Welcome back. Okay. Good. Are you ready for tomorrow? Or I believe Monday, that supposedly this hurricane is going to impact us. Are you ready?
Yes, that's
I
what the
bought
news.
a lot of bread and coffee. I'm ready.
Bread and coffee. Good idea. Bread from La Esmeralda.
Yes, with cajeta.
They were together. Okay. Okay. Where were we? Let me know if you can watch my screen, please.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. So now we have seen the press and the clock. And now we had another huge discovery, which was made by Christopher Columbus, who discovered America, a new continent, in this period. As a side note, do you know that Columbus died and he didn't know that he had discovered a new continent? He really thought that he had discovered a new way to the Indies. He didn't know that what a huge contribution he made to humankind, that he had discovered a whole new continent. So for me, this was very interesting, this piece of information. Another milestone of this period was Copernicus. And he attempted to prove that the sun, rather than the earth, is at the center of the planetary system. Before Copernicus, people believed that the earth was the center of not only the planetary system, but of the universe. And Copernicus was the first to put forth the idea of a different kind, of a more scientific idea, that it was the earth that was rotating around the sun. And other important developments, I missed the E there in developments, was there were some very good advances in chemistry and medicine. And Leeuwenhoek invented the microscope, and we could first watch bacteria and some type of viruses. Also, Isaac Newton invented calculus and his famous gravity law, among other important discoveries. So as we can see, this was a period of great human activity regarding thinking, regarding expanding the knowledge of humankind. And now, something to laugh about. Can somebody read it? What do you think
Okay.
about what do you think about this painting?
Well, because they celebrated the human form, it was something natural for them to see those kinds of drawings or arts.
Thank you. Thank you. Do you know where is this painting located?
It's in Rome, the Capilla Sistina, no?
Yes, exactly. The Sixtine Chapel. Very good. Thank you. Excellent, Jose Luis.
By Michelangelo, right?
Exactly. Exactly. Very good. Excellent. So here we have some food for thought. Aaron, can you help me read the first idea, please?
It's not about looking at the world through our eyes, but looking at our world through their eyes.
This idea was I extracted these ideas from the video that we
Yeah.
watched. What do you remember about this quote? What comes to your mind? What rings a bell?
We have to look at
Empathy.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes, you were saying?
That we need to look different the things, or maybe the word that is saying right there, not only with our perspective.
Okay. This quote is very interesting because it also has to do with what David Crystal states in his videos. Can somebody tell me how this relates to what he's saying in his videos?
when they construct everything in their time, they're looking the beauty for everyone. So everyone can be part of something. And today we look that I have to do something, but for me, not for everyone.
Interesting. Yes, as you remember in the video, the main focus of this period of the Renaissance was to develop human thinking and the core values that make humans: honesty, learning, and the whole idea of this period was to enhance these values, but by using the core elements of our nature, of human nature. Everybody knows that beauty and sensuality sells. Every marketing idea, it is behind this uses these premises. When we see an advertisement or an ad in TV or the internet, what do we see? Beautiful people, beautiful landscapes, trying to sell something. But today, they use that, as Georgina is saying, just
That
to,
was, sorry.
yes, just continue, please continue.
That was about advertising. So art was in those times a kind of shows the what the philosophers of the people, the high-minded people of those times want to show to the world. For example, some kind of works of art, it shows the great philosophers as Aristotle and Plato as mm, high minded persons, as in the Vaticano. The paintings in the Vaticano shows that the people was I don't know how to say superior. So that's the way the painter sorry shows that they wanted to show to the other people. For example, also a kind of philosophy message. It's the paintings of Raphael that shows the brevity of life. So the philosophers told that messages, but the painters shows through their paintings those messages. So it
Exactly.
was a kind of advertising.
Exactly. They wanted to promote ideas. For instance, in that work of art about from Raphael, it shows that life is short. It shows a little kid and also the same person as a young man, and finally the same person as an old man looking at a school. So it shows that life is brief, and so we have to take advantage of the days that we have, of the time that we have. That's the whole idea. Forgive your family, forgive your friends. Um, don't don't take everything so personal. So try to focus more on what's valuable, on what's important. And as I was saying, this quote has to do also with what David Crystal says. Uh, Nowadays, when we look at Shakespeare's sonnets, for instance, we see that according to today's pronunciation of English, the sonnets don't rhyme. But once that we research and once that we know how the pronunciation of English was in that period when Shakespeare wrote the sonnet, now we know that yes, in original pronunciation of English, those sonnets did rhyme. So we have to look at the past through their eyes, not our own eyes. So we have to research. We have to step out of the box in order to look things in a different way. It also has to do with the value of empathy. So it's very interesting, those ideas. Thank you. Lluvia, can you help me read the next quote, please?
Yes, is the second one or the third?
The second one.
Okay. The Renaissance built such great cities because of an idea that we are to a large extent shaped by the character, the buildings around us.
Thank you, Lluvia.
You're welcome.
What do you think about this quote? Do you agree? You disagree? Why?
I agree,
Why?
because when we do something that is a reflects the word
Okay.
of what we are, when we give something, when we do homework, when we talk to other people, when whatever it's a large extent of we are in the Renaissance. For example, the Medici's family, they work to promote beauty through wisdom in the world, and they want to put this in the architecture, in the arts, and everything, because they had a vision, values, uh, and they paid for that.
Mm-hmm.
It was a pattern of some philosophers or artists. I don't remember exactly, but I think that everything is an extent of what we are, what do we think?
Interesting.
I
Somebody
think
else?
also the people of those times wanted to convey dignity, luxury. I think in the first video, the narrator used the word calm. They tried to convey calm and dignity to the other cities. So it was important to have a nice city and a beauty city in order to the population wanted to be there, to stay there and don't go to another place.
Very interesting. Yes. Yes. This idea brings something to my mind. I've seen people, for instance, that here in Mexico, when they eat something, when they are in the street or they are traveling in their cars, when they drink Coke or when they eat chips, or you name it, and once they finish eating something, they throw the envelope in the street. They don't care. Also, some people like to speed in their cars here in Mexico. But what is interesting is that when those people go to the US and they finish eating what they have in their hands, they don't throw the trash in the streets. They don't speed. They don't violate the law in those petty crimes that we sometimes incur. So why? It's the same people. Why in Mexico you do something and in the US you behave in a different way?
Because we all know that the law is very strict, and like if you speed, you're certain to get a ticket, an expensive one.
So what has changed? The person changed.
The
What?
government, I think, because the government makes to respect the rules in each place. So United States is different in that because United States is very strict, and Mexico's government doesn't.
The people is the same, but the place, the environment, the context is what changed. It's different. So that's why the behavior changed too.
Exactly.
We adapt to the context.
Exactly.
Estamos llegando, yo.
Yes, the person the same. What has changed is the environment. And
Yes,
that is
I
the
think the
idea.
laws. I'm sorry.
Yes, continue, please, Josue.
I think the law is important because people in the USA, they are not better than Mexican people or other countries, but laws are hard, and laws here in Mexico are not hard, and people don't respect some laws like
Exactly.
that about trash.
Teacher,
Yes,
not
yes.
only compared to the United States, if you go to another state, if you go to Monterrey or to Querétaro, it's very different. Both are very clean cities.
Exactly, yes.
Very different than other states. You don't need to go abroad to see that difference.
Exactly, you're right, Marisa. Exactly.
Every state has their laws, but they don't rule by them.
They
Like
don't-
here, they let them go.
Yes. Yes, exactly. And that is the idea behind this spirit also. If we make pleasant cities, if we make clean cities, if we make beautiful settings, well, that will have an impact in people. Maybe that will invite them to reflect, to think, that invite you to make some introspection into our lives, into our behavior, and also to strive for better things in mostly at a personal level, to expand our knowledge, to want to learn more. And that is the idea, in my opinion, about this quote of the Renaissance. Thank you. Somebody else who wants to read the third quote?
The third is the same as the seconds. I'm gonna read number 4.
Okay,
We are all creatures who love, so if you want two people to love something, you must first make it beautiful.
thank you. Thank you, Georgina. So do you agree with this? You don't? What do you think?
Well, I think that we can share good things of our personality if we be good person first, and they see the qualities in about us.
Thank you. Now, are you aware that maybe a month ago or 3 weeks ago, the state government installed a new lamps at the Malecon here in Guasave? Were you aware of that? And that is in that illumination system that is also at the Malecon in Sinaloa Leiva, it provides better lighting, better illumination at night. So if at night it's better, you have better, you can see better, or you feel safer. That changes it. You feel safer, you feel comfortable, and that has an impact in crime also. And it also makes people want to go and stay in that place. Hence, that it has an impact, and also in better sales. So, sorry?
Yeah, I'm agree with you about that. Or if we in other places can change, or maybe copy that situation, like for example in Sinaloa Leiva. I thought that it is important to have people to come to visit our municipio. How can I say? And do you remember when there was a slogan that said the best of the Guasave is the people?
It's people.
Do you
yes.
remember something like that?
Yes, exactly. Yes. And for instance, when you feel proud about something, you tend to take care of it. When you feel proud of a new car, you want to take care of it. If you are proud of your new house, you take care of it. Stuff like that. And so, and if you make something beautiful, you want also other people to see it. And when we translate that into public settings, you want to show people to come and see it. You want to take care of that space, of a public space. So it brings a change in several aspects of public life. Okay, thank you. Somebody else, please, who want to share the next quote?
The main reason to study history is to rescue certain good, provocative, and inspiring ideas to put them to use in relation to the dilemmas and problems of our own times.
Thank you, Miriam. What do you think? Is this true, or is just a crazy idea that somebody came up with?
I think it's true. We can learn from
I
the best.
also think it's true. I think that we can find a lot of solution of our own period of time if you find if you I'm sorry if you search in the past.
Exactly.
I think this fits in a quote that I read sometimes that all those who don't know their own history are condemned to repeat it. And
Yes,
maybe they don't want to repeat the same mistakes that they made before, that were made before.
exactly. Exactly. Yes, it's very interesting, this part of history and the study of history. Thank you. Somebody else who wants to read the next quote, please.
Me, teacher.
Okay, thank you.
People in the Renaissance were looking in the past, searching for help in creating better ways of thinking for the present. It is similar to
To the previous one, yes.
the previous one.
Thank you. Somebody else, the next one, please.
The Renaissance wanted to put art in the service of ideas and to make these ideas palpable, effective, and life-changing.
Thank you. And the last one, please.
Renaissance inspired us to do the right thing and try to change our world for the better.
Thank you. So I think that the first video is an invitation for all of us to have a renaissance, a personal renaissance. Doesn't matter your age, in order to change, do the right thing, and change our personal world, our family world for the better. If we all change, well, the world will change. Okay, guys, so let's continue. Now we go to activity number 2. The Sonnet 75 by Edmund Spencer. So give me a second. So give me a second. One second, please. This was for me, a very beautiful sonnet. I don't know for you, but for me it's really beautiful, and it has its own history. Edmund Spencer wrote this poem to his future wife. Let me share screen once again. Let me share screen. There. Now, Renee, can you help us read the sonnet, please?
To read it,
Yes, please.
yes, one day I wrote her name upon the strand, but came the waves and washed it away. Again I wrote it with a second hand, but came the tide and made my pain his prey. Vain man, said she, that does in vain essay a mortal thing so to immortalize. For I myself shall like to this decay. And how can I pronounce that word?
Ik.
And eke my name be wiped to likewise. Not so.
Let baser things devise to die in dust, but you shall live by fame. My birth, your virtues rare shall eternize, and in the heavens write your glorious name. Where Venus' death shall all the worlds subdue. Our love shall live, and later life renew.
Thank you, Renee. What do you think about this sonnet? Anyone? Did you like it? You didn't like it?
I think it's so romantic.
Romantic, right?
I remember when we see couples in Las Glorias writing their names on the sand.
Okay, so that made you ring a bell, Medium. What else? What about the poem? What do you think about the content of the poem?
He wants to do eternal love to his wife, to his girlfriend, and he wanted to nothing to erase that love. He wanted to write the name of her, but he was writing on the sand, and the ocean's waves was erasing that, and he was doing that once and again, and he has the same result. I think the girl was angry, and she said, "Hey, stop." It's the same, but he's in love.
He was in love. Thank you, Jose. Very good.
I think Spencer is more innocent by writing the name on the sand, and the woman is more factual, saying that she's not going to live forever. And then he says that he's going to write about her, and then she will become immortal.
Yes, exactly.
Maybe she's not really in love with him.
Sister, I thought when I read, I thought that it's uncorresponding love with a woman.
It seems right. Seems like it. Yes. From the women's point of view, this sonnet is a clear example of Petrarchan poems that were very popular in the Renaissance, where the poet idolizes the woman with no flaws, as perfect, and sorry, it's an example, as I was saying, of the Petrarchan poems. So give me a second.
He was in love.
He was in love. Yes.
He was in love, but she was empoderada, I think.
Empowered, yes. And what's interesting about this poem is that at the end he was right. Their love became immortalized by his writing. Once he wrote this beautiful poem, this beautiful sonnet, their love became eternal. And also, as the last verse says, our love shall live and later life renew. I'm thinking that somebody that read this sonnet, I gave it to his girlfriend, and then he is renewing this love in new loves, in new adventures, creating new couples, creating new marriages, creating new relationships. By using this same sonnet, many people fell in love. So I believe this is a very interesting and a very beautiful sonnet. So let's get back to the work. I only have 5 minutes left, so I'm going to finish this session and we come back right away, okay? See you in a moment.